Hi everyone, welcome to my new build. We are building our first home with a builder. We've run into some issues that I want to share with you. I don't want you to experience the same issues as me, so let me run through just maybe 10 items to watch out for. So as you can see, they've got the pink foam up at the top of the wall, and unfortunately you can still see right through to the outside. So they got a lot of foam on the wood, a lot of foam on the concrete, but none in the gap. So it is a common problem around this whole house. Next issue is the framer knew that he's supposed to put metal shims underneath the steel beams. He originally had wood there, and the inspector made him swap it out. So they had to lift the house after it was framed to put the proper metal shims in. And this framer has been in the business for 20, 30 years. So, and he said he knew, he just didn't have them. So that was a big disappointment. Next issue is the gaps in the sheathing. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but you got some areas of the sheathing is pretty tight and other ones that it actually has some pretty big gaps. And this is all around. Not sure if you can see those. Next issue that I've got is they started to frame the basement wall before they adequately sealed behind the last eye joist. So basically they cut their access off by putting that framing up. So they've come back and they've drilled some holes, but they haven't adequately sealed it. So even if they insulated it, it's not adequately sealed. Now, they discussed putting spray foam up there, but we've had a moisture problem in this house with the wood being over 20% in some areas, which is another concern that we've got. So I'm afraid that the spray foam chemicals won't stick, won't mix right. So I don't know what we're gonna do here. This is gonna be a discussion again. So unfortunately, we've got a problem there. Next issue that I've got is, this is supposed to be a storage room. I worked it out with the framer so the door would swing outward. I wanted to put high voltage batteries there next to the power panel, and then we'd have a nice wall to put all the electronics. This is for a solar system with a battery backup. But for some reason, the plumber or the builder, I'm not sure who, decided to put their plumbing in this storage area instead of the utility room. We got a huge utility room, and that's where all the utilities were supposed to be, but they took over my storage room, and now I don't have a place for my batteries. So this is gonna cost me a couple $100 now to put the batteries probably in the utility room, which is a disappointment because it's nowhere near the circuit breaker box. Next issue I've got is the head clearance from the staircase to the ceiling. We've discussed it with the builder before the blueprints were even finalized. These were supposed to be 11-inch treads, plenty of foot clearance as we're gonna retire in this house. Unfortunately, unframed, I only have, or unfinished, I have 6'6". So I will have less than 6'6" clearance going down to my basement in a new build. That's very disappointing. Another issue that we had was they ran a gas line to our cooktop, but we have an inductive cooktop, so that gas line had to be removed. Don't know why they even thought they would put that in there. Next issue that I've got, the blueprints called for wider windows on this beautiful view, and the framer was working for the first week off of the wrong blueprints. So that was a disappointment as well, that the builder and the framer weren't even on the same page for the first week. Next issue I've got is we've got a beam on our front porch. It's an engineered beam with a 2x4 framing it out on this side. But the problem is the side that's supporting the one side only has one jack stud. When I talked to the builder, the framer, he said this isn't his first rodeo. So I don't understand how you can have a span that wide on a header in only one jack stud. And the inspector didn't catch it either. So that's disappointing. And maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Next issue I've got is the service door to the garage was framed incorrectly twice, not just once, but twice. So very disappointed. Coming out here to the garage, you can see that the header was originally, I don't know, 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches above the framing of the door. Then they reduced it, put the 2x4 in there, and they're still off by an inch or 2. So I don't know what's going on. Another disappointment is we actually have a cinder block foundation in our garage. I don't think you'll be able to see that on the video. And it shouldn't have been cinder block. So these are the types of issues that we've been running into with our builder. I hope you watch out for these during your build to avoid any mistakes. Make sure that you have communication with your builder all the time and you're asking him where things are going and when they're going in. Anyways, I hope this helps you. Welcome to our house. We're excited about it. Unfortunately, it's got some issues we got to resolve yet. Thanks. Bye.